say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the UMass Minutemen, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. UMass will kick off and will be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways.
Turning it on! And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll leave it with him. Turns it on midfield. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Murray. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking for a gap. It's Duff. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
looking to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like...
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UMass offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd full of throats, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a lot. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. UMass quickly back to the line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, The field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The option look. He'll toss it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Clinton. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Gonna look downfield again. Another incompletion on third down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Grab behind the line. It's Jennings. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. UMass will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back.
Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He might want another play. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown tie.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Short gain on the play before he slides.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take up the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Makes the catch. It's Webb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Makes the grab on 3rd. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UMass. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. UMass getting set to snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Turning it on. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Minutemen! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Well, one of the reasons you go for vertical is because you know you've got dudes that can stretch the field. This guy is one of the fastest receivers in college football, so I love the play call, taking advantage of that speed to go make a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
They kick it away on 4th down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Using his legs, it's done. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Leaves it with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Punts it out of the air. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
To the air on second down. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Bama! They take the lead with the 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 28 to Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Jennings. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Grabs it in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He'll do it himself. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the ground game. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Murray. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. UMass quickly back to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Lost one deep down the right side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've had this drive absolutely gift-wrapped. How often do you start with a first and goal? I know some teams have an aversion to punting. It's sort of the new wave of football. But giving the other team this kind of chance, Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Snagged in the middle, it's Webb. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Just keeps swinging it. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he has to find a way to keep his feet in bounds there. He would have had them. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early or...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of...
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. That's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the move, it's Duck. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 35. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
it's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy,